Welcome to Fix It Home Improvement, covering projects that every homeowner should know and great products for home and garden.
Hi, I'm JC, and this is where we share weekly home improvement tips. I'm here with my co-host, Cindy.
Hello, JC.
Hi, Cindy. This week we're going to be talking about hose and sprinklers, and we'd like to thank Sheila Middleton for liking and sharing the podcast. And our new book, Home Improvement Solutions, What Every Homeowner Should Know, Book 17 is on Amazon, and you can download a free copy until June 4th, 2023. And after that, it's only $1.
Woohoo!
And we've already gotten a couple 5-star ratings. We appreciate it. One of the first U.S. patents for a lawn sprinkler that connected to a garden hose was in 1871. The first impact sprinkler was invented in 1932.
Exciting. What are the different types of sprinklers?
The most common hose end sprinklers for a lawn, garden, or landscape area are oscillating, impact, stationary, rotating, and traveling.
What are the benefits of using a hose end sprinkler?
Hose end sprinklers are easy to set up and move around, and there's a variety of spray patterns, so you can match the spray to the shape of the area you're watering, so you're not wasting water. It's an inexpensive way to water your lawn or plants compared to installing an in-ground system, and you don't have the maintenance involved with an in-ground system. When you're done for the season, you just put the sprinkler in your garage or your shed. And you can easily add a timer to your outdoor hose faucet to automate your watering. You can get sprinklers with a pass-through, and that way you can connect multiple sprinklers if you don't want to move the sprinklers.
Okay. What are some top-rated timer companies for sprinklers?
Orbit, it's O-R-B-I-T, Melnor, M-E-L-N-O-R, Gilmour, G-I-L-M-O-U-R, and Rainbird, R-A-I-N, capital B-I-R-D.
Cool. What are oscillating sprinklers?
Oscillating sprinklers usually have a plastic or metal tube with a row of nozzles. The tube rotates back and forth and it sprays water up and out of the top of the tube. There are also oscillating sprinklers with a small rectangular head with a couple rows of nozzles that rotates back and forth. Some oscillating sprinklers don't have an adjustment for the width of the spray, just an adjustment for the distance it moves to each side.
Right.
But you can reduce the water pressure with the shutoff valve to reduce the width of the spray.
Right.
But many will have some type of adjustment for the width and the length of the spray. Oscillating sprinklers spray water in a rectangular shape and cover from around 3,000 square feet to 4,500 square feet. So check the packaging for the coverage.
Okay. What about using it with well water?
I spoke to Dram. They have oscillating sprinklers that come with a pin to clean the nozzles if you're in an area with hard water, well water, or if you use water from a pond for sprinkling. The pin is used to clean off the mineral deposits from the sprinkler nozzles, which is a nice feature to look for if you have hard water.
Okay.
They also have a spinning sprinkler that creates a very fine mist that's good for homes with well water. It works with pressure as low as 20 psi, and it covers a 38-foot diameter.
Okay. What are impact sprinklers?
An impact sprinkler, or pulsating sprinkler, has a head that rotates 360 degrees to spray water in a full circle or part of a circle. There's a pin to diffuse the spray coming out of the nozzle to create a mist and reduce the distance of the spray, or the pin can be moved so you get a strong spray to cover a larger area. The coverage ranged from 1,500 square feet to 7,800 square feet on the sprinklers I saw.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah, with around a 70-foot to 100-foot diameter. So check the specifications to match what you need.
Right.
An impact sprinkler has an interesting design. Water shoots out of a nozzle and hits a pivoting arm that's spring-loaded. It swings out, and then when the spring pulls the arm back against the head, that impact moves the position of the head and where the spray is going. Most impact sprinklers will have a trip lever and 2 adjustment clips. With the trip lever up, it keeps moving around 360 degrees. If you put the trip lever down, you can set the adjustment clips to water a specific area. When the trip lever hits a clip, it moves a limiter for the spray arm. Now when water hits the arm, it only moves a small amount, And when it hits the limiter, the impact moves the head in the other direction until it hits the other clip. And then the limiter moves out of the way and it travels back the other direction. Very cool.
Yeah, so cool. What about stationary sprinklers?
Stationary sprinklers come in different sizes and shapes. There are small circular sprinklers with one or two nozzles that throw a circular pattern of water, or rings with holes all along the top. Stationary multi-pattern sprinklers have a top that rotates to change the spray pattern. You can get a circular spray, rectangular, square, fan, and other shapes. So compare the shapes when you're shopping to match the area you'll be watering. And compare the spray distance. A few models I looked at had a 30-foot spray distance, which can be reduced by adjusting the water pressure with your hose valve.
What are rotating sprinklers?
Common rotating sprinklers have multiple arms that spin water in a circular pattern. Each arm has one or more nozzles. And compare the spray distance when you're looking at this type of sprinkler. Models I looked at ranged from an 18-foot to a 30-foot spray. They usually don't have any adjustments for the spray, but you can reduce the spray by adjusting the water pressure with the hose faucet.
Okay.
Gear-driven sprinklers have a head that turns in a circle. The head will have one or more nozzles, and some have different spray patterns and range adjustments, which is a nice feature.
Okay. What is a traveling sprinkler?
Traveling sprinklers are water-propelled sprinklers with rotating spray arms on top.
They kind of look like a tractor.
Right. There's a front wheel that's concave to rest on the garden hose. The back two wheels are spiked and driven by gears using the water pressure. You lay out your hose, creating a path for the sprinkler to follow, and connect the sprinkler to the end of the hose. When you turn on the water to the sprinkler, it slowly moves along the hose until it reaches a stop that you place where you want the sprinkler to stop. The stop will push up on a shutoff valve on the bottom of the sprinkler, and it stops the water flow and the movement.
Wow.
Then you can turn off the hose faucet at your leisure. The spray arms are usually adjustable for the distance of the spray. I saw coverage from 15 to 30 feet in diameter.
See, now this sounds cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
What are the type of bases on a sprinkler?
There are sled bases. It has curved edges, so you could easily pull the sprinkler with your hose over the lawn. Wheeled bases also make it easy to move the sprinkler. Tripod bases have 3 legs, usually adjustable, to get the sprinkler head higher off the ground. Weighted bases are more stable and help keep the sprinkler in place. Spike bases have a thin, pointed spike that you drive into the ground to keep it in place.
Are there timers for hose and sprinklers?
There are water timers you can attach to your outdoor hose faucet to schedule watering. I saw 1 to 4 outlets or zones. With 2 or more outlets, you can connect multiple hoses to the timer and water different areas of your lawn, garden, or landscape areas. A couple I looked at had an override setting to delay the scheduled watering if it's raining or if it just rained.
Okay.
One had a delay up to 4 days. There are water timers that attach to your outdoor hose faucet, and you can connect it to your phone with an app. And they either use Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and that way you can control the timer and schedule watering.
How far does Bluetooth reach?
With timers that use Bluetooth, you need to be within 30 feet of the timer to program and control the timer. With units that use Wi-Fi, you can control it from anywhere with your phone.
Okay.
And some Bluetooth timers have an optional hub you can purchase to use Wi-Fi.
Okay. Are there smart sprinklers?
Yeah, I spoke to Otto. They make smart hose-end Wi-Fi sprinklers, and it's OTO. They said smart sprinklers can use real-time weather information to adjust your water schedules based on rainfall to conserve water and to prevent overwatering.
Cool.
Their system will also skip watering if it's too windy, so you're not wasting water. With their app, you can adjust exactly where the water goes. You create borders, so you're not watering your driveway or your sidewalk.
Right. And you're not watering your patio, the side of your house.
Right, exactly. And this can also be programmed to water landscape plants, potted plants, and gardens. It puts the water right where you want it. It's pretty wild.
That's cool.
And you can check it out at ottolawn.com. It's OTOLAWN.com.
How do you know the water pressure of your home? How can you test it?
You can use a water pressure gauge with a female hose end connection and screw it onto your outdoor hose faucet to check the water pressure. And you can pick one up at a hardware store or a home center. They're pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, I think they're like $10.
Yeah.
How can you increase the water pressure?
Check if your home has a pressure reducing valve. If it does, you can usually raise the pressure. If you have low pressure and well water, you can adjust the pressure switch for the tank. If you have city water and low pressure, you can install a booster pump. It has an electric motor with a pump that uses an impeller to increase the water pressure throughout your home.
Okay. What are some watering tips for a healthy lawn?
I spoke to Melnor. They make sprinklers, water timers, and spray nozzles.
Mm-hmm.
They suggest watering your lawn before 10 a.m. to prevent excess evaporation. In the morning, water will soak deeper into the soil to encourage longer roots, which gives grass more access to water and nutrients. Grass with longer roots tends to be more resilient to foot traffic, kids, and pets, along with being more drought and disease resistant.
Mm-hmm.
Between 10 and 4 in the afternoon, temperatures are usually higher and the soil surface is hotter, so water can't penetrate into the soil as well, and a significant amount of water can be lost to evaporation.
Right.
Watering past 4 p.m. can allow the grass to stay wet, which can increase the risk of fungus and other diseases. Fungal pathogens thrive in warm, moist conditions.
Interesting. How much water does a lawn need?
Most lawns need 1 to 1.5 inches of water a week for optimum health and growth, and your lawn may need more if it's hot in the summer or less in spring and fall.
Okay.
Melnor recommends deep, infrequent watering to promote deep root growth. Watering with small amounts of water frequently keep the roots closer to the surface so your lawn is more susceptible to damage from heat or drought, which is interesting. And to figure out how long you should be watering an area with a sprinkler, you'd put a rain gauge on your lawn and then just water until it reaches an inch in the gauge.
Okay.
And then you can use the water gauge to monitor rainfall and adjust your watering for the week.
Right.
You can check out Melnor at melnor.com, and that's MELNOR.com.
Cool. What are some top-rated rain gauge companies? Which is hard to say, by the way.
Accurite, it's ACU, capital RITE, and LaCrosse, LA, capital CROSSE.
How long does it take to water your lawn with an inch worth of water?
It's going to depend on your water pressure and the diameter of your hose. Gilmore, a sprinkler company, says on average it takes about 30 minutes to get a half an inch of water. They recommend watering once or twice a week in cool weather and up to 3 times a week in hot weather.
Okay. When should you water your garden?
Like your lawn, early morning is the best time, and it also needs 1 to 1.5 inches of water a week for healthy produce.
Mm-hmm.
But that will vary depending on your climate, the soil condition, and the types of plants.
Okay. How many sprinklers should you have?
It depends on your lawn shape and if you want to do multiple areas at one time rather than moving the sprinkler. If you have an oscillating and an impact sprinkler, it'll handle most shapes for the average lawn.
Okay. What are some features to look for when purchasing a sprinkler?
Compare the warranty I saw from a couple of years to limited lifetime warranties.
Oh, that's good.
A metal base is generally more stable and durable. Check how adjustable the spray is on the sprinkler. Look at the coverage. For example, one sprinkler I saw, the spray could be adjusted from 3 to 36 feet in length.
That's a big difference.
Really, and from 8 inches to 20 feet in width.
Holy cow.
Check if it comes with a strainer in the nut to catch large debris so your nozzles don't get clogged. A large hose end coupling makes it easy to connect and disconnect. A metal nut is going to be more durable.
Mm-hmm.
Couplings that swivel keep the sprinkler flat on the ground. A flow-through port for connecting to another sprinkler is a convenient feature if you have a large lawn or you want to water 2 areas at the same time.
All right. What other tips do you have?
When I spoke to Dram, they said if you have a long, heavy hose and you find it difficult to connect to your sprinklers, add a quick connect coupling to your hose and sprinklers. When uncoiling or moving hoses, always grip the hose to pull. Never pull a hose by the wand or a nozzle. You'll either damage the coupling on the hose, the coupling on the nozzle or wand, or dislodge the coupling from the hose. Before watering, uncoil the hose to its full length and then twist the hose to remove any kinks. When you're recoiling the hose, start rewinding or recoiling at the spigot end. Before attaching a hose end sprinkler, nozzle, wand, or hose end sprayer, you should examine the hose end. Look for dirt, bark, or leaves which can contaminate your hose coupling and cause clogs in the hose end attachment.
Okay.
Dram has sprinklers and garden hoses in a variety of colors, and you can check them out at dram.com. It's DRAMM.com, or rainwand.com, and that's RAINWAND.com.
What are some top-rated sprinkler companies?
Melnor, it's MELNOR, Dram, DRAMM, Otto, OTO, Gilmour, GILMOUR, Gardena, GARDENA, Eden, EDEN, Aqua Joe, it's AQUA, capital JOE, Orbit, ORBIT, and Nelson, NELSON.
Do you have anything else to add?
When you're comparing hose end sprinklers, match the spray pattern to the area you're going to be watering, like circular or parts of a circle, square or rectangular, and figure out the distance the water needs to spray. You may need a couple of different types for the most efficient watering. We'd like to thank Melnor, Dram, and Otto for providing some information for this episode.
Let's wrap this up.
You can subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast app.
If you enjoyed it, please leave us a review.
You can check out our home improvement videos on our YouTube channel, Fix It Home Improvement.
And you can subscribe to that as well.
You can download our ebooks, Home Improvement Solutions, What Every Homeowner Should Know, books 1 through 17 on Amazon.
If you enjoyed it, please leave us a 5-star rating and review.
You can email us at fixitpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow Cindy on Twitter @FixItCohost, and you can follow us on Instagram, Fix It Home Improvement.
Thank you for listening.
Talk to you next week.